long time, but welcome back to Between Two Artists. I'm your host, Tiffany Jorgensen.
So I can't quite hear you, Sarah. I think you need to speak up for the camera.
Sarah Sigurdsson. I don't know what cat's got her tongue. And today, between us, we have Lucille Keenan, who is, welcome to Between Two Artists.
Thank you.
Lucille is the backbone of our favorite new podcast called Colors of the Cariboo, which actually aired last year, and I met her and Rohan, her husband, who's the face of Colors of the Cariboo. You're the wrangler, and I don't know if anyone has ever had to wrangle artists, but I'm just gonna tell you it's something else. So tell us what you do.
So I guess as far as the podcast goes, producer is my catch-all title. I am the finance person and communications and social media, and I help a little bit with filming and bouncing off ideas, and often I'm also the help the artist feel comfortable as all the cameras are getting set up. So usually when I'm on this side of the camera, nothing is rolling, and I'm just like, no, it's just chill. We're having a conversation. Here we go.
And so you're the grown-up.
Yeah, I guess so. Definitely not the only grown-up in the room,
crazy.
but
But back to Colors of the Cariboo. So for those who have never seen it, it is a podcast
so it's a podcast interviewing artists in the Cariboo and kind of like, why here? Like, it's so, the stereotype is kind of that like you have to get to a bigger center like Vancouver or Toronto or somewhere to really make it as an artist. And not only do we have some incredible artists here like you who are actually living as an artist, right?
Crazy.
But the Cariboo is such a huge piece of that as well, that the place is so important to them.
To the production
of it and what they do. And it's just been a really cool opportunity to get to build community here for us as well. I know it kind of started as like, this was Rowan's thing, Rowan's project. And then it was nice to kind of go, okay, I can come along board and this can be mine too. So it isn't just a like, okay, yes, you go do this thing and I will watch the kid, and you go do this thing, but like,
and you guys are
actually
married,
to be
so
a part of it.
And you like each other, right?
Yes,
because you're married.
we do.
Yeah.
We do.
I know. It's actually really fun too. Maybe he'll come. I don't even know. Yeah. Baby's sleeping. So
yes.
Yeah. So that's a really interesting point of view too, though. Like, so the production of art is like vast here, right? And like so intricate.
And so interconnected. I don't even realize everything that's here, but also all of the places that are important. Like, we're going, like, we want to explore other places, but also you watch some of these interviews with, like, from last season, we had Sage and Chris, and you're like, I need to go to the Chilcotin now. Like, I need to go explore all of these places that I have lived on the doormat of, basically, and never gone to actually see and explore.
Like, how do you find the people to go in your podcast? Like, how did you do that?
It definitely is not a struggle to find artists here. Like, we have a way bigger list than we could ever hope to pull from. And it just, in some ways, it just kind of has to be like a gut thing. Like, you see them, you try to have a balance and diversity in who you're pulling from each season. But you almost need this gut instinct of like, this person has a story that we need to tell. And everybody has one, but you do need something that's gonna pull out, and especially when people show some sort of connection to place as well, that you're kind of like, okay, you have enough to say here. Like, you don't always expect what's coming. Like Ingrid, we're going, you're a fiddle teacher, you're working with young people, you're an incredible violinist in your own right, and then you meet with her and you're like, oh, you're also doing all of this agriculture stuff, and you've been going all over the world, and you're like, well, this is amazing, and we had no idea, but
it's
so
how, like,
good.
Complicated people's stories and intricate, and so cool that you get the opportunity to be able to tell those stories. So like, where do you watch these episodes?
So They're partially funded by Telestory Hive, so they have it through Optic TV on Channel 9. You can watch it on demand and also on the Telestory Hive YouTube channel. We also have the rights to it beyond that, so we post it ourselves on Spotify, which you can do audio or visual, which is nice. And then Apple Podcasts would just be the audio version. So season 1 has been released last year, and then this upcoming spring we will have season 2. So we're just over halfway through filming and kind of getting all the editing done. It's a big process.
Yeah, so like
huge undertaking.
Another part of the huge undertaking is usually there's like one person per episode, and then a few weeks ago, Lucille and Rohan came and interviewed 12?
It was 12 including you.
Oh, yeah.
So we had 11 kids plus you. One day, one sit down, just it was in the best way.
The coolest kids. So their ages I think 7 to 18.
Yeah. And just incredible.
Because they were all my art kids, right? Like they're all kids that had come in either for a class that we put on together.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So for the screening for the first season, we all met at the Limelight up here, and which is such a cool venue. And we had this like big party, and it was a watch party for the first episode, which was Sage Birchwater, who is an author. And so there's like so many aspects of the Cariboo too, which I saw through it. There's community, and then there's the land, right? And so it was kind of like each artist drew like a certain amount from each of those things. Like Sage Birchwater was lost in the wilderness. Like, you have to watch these episodes. They're just absolutely amazing.
Just incredible.
On YouTube, right? It's really easy to be able to see them.
Yeah.
And then and then so I've got to be on one, which is really fun. And obviously,
and I like that we became real life friends after that. Like, we didn't know each other before.
Oh my gosh, totally. We spent the day together, and it was just absolutely fantastic. And I got to meet the little baby, and she's so cute.
She is. She features on some episodes when I can't keep her quiet enough in the background.
Right. And so our art studio here, we're below Cariboo Ski, and so we decided to film at the beginning of hockey season. So they do they have all this gear for hockey sticks and stuff, and you could hear the people trying out their hockey sticks and walking across them their new skates and stuff like that. So
the best one though, and it got cut because you're like, this isn't really tasteful enough. But when we were filming Sage's and he was referencing 9/11 in a completely tasteful way. Yeah. There was fire season. A water bomber was flying over as you're talking about 9/11. Oh, and you're like,
the sound effects.
That is too real. No, maybe let's just pull this to the side.
That's so amazing. Yeah. So you guys, this is a lot of work for you guys to be able to do, and
it is
be able to handle life all together.
It is a lot. I think when we first started filming and editing, we'd gone to visit a friend in Prince George, and he was like, "So what does a day for the two of you look like?" And he does. So he was actually, he has grandkids. He was a principal and then moved back to the classroom. He has lived full days to the max. He understands. But when you actually articulate everything, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And then you edit it, and then you organize everything, and there's PR, and then there's regular work, and then you gotta make food for your child and stuff. Yeah.
Ron is working full time while all of this is happening, editing and filming all on the outside of things. I am home with our daughter full time and also work part time from home with her to try and, help make sure all those ends meet. And we get podcast funding, so we have a second job on top of that.
Yeah.
And
then you hear
try to have a life as well. And our life was very lifey last year.
And you got to meet so many cool new people. And I actually watching that episode, I was like, I want to be friends with that guy. I want to be friends with that girl. I can't wait to see the episodes that are coming out this semester too.
It's exciting.
Semester? Year.
Season? This year, yes. It all works.
Everything feels compacted, right?
Totally. Yeah, for sure.
It's so fun.
No, it's great.
I'm so excited. Yeah. And so anyone who, if you like a good time, if you don't like a good time, like don't watch it. If you don't like interesting people, then don't watch it. Why are artists the coolest people?
You know, actually this is gonna come from a very different place, and you're gonna see inside to like my weaknesses a little bit. One of the coolest things about artists is like, well, this is not a weakness, but they see the beauty in everything, and that is such a like amazing thing to be around, is people that just have their eye looking out for beauty everywhere. I love that. And they
like
can,
artists of all forms too,
of
right?
every
Like
form
words
can
and
see the
music.
beauty in anything, right?
Yeah.
And they draw it forth and they pull it out, and we're in a world that's just so desperate for beauty.
And they're like,
Right?
check it out. Yeah, cool.
Totally.
What a neat way to look at it too, because they do,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
they do.
Like even as like I'm wandering around, I'm like, how would I paint that? Like that's amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Looking at how the light catches off of this, or what emotion comes up with this. How do you bring that across? And yeah. And the other one, and this plays more into like, I'm a recovering perfectionist, is that like all artists have had
Good for you. I'm so proud of you. Yeah.
all artists have had to conquer the fear of failure and putting themselves out there, and there's just such a freedom that comes with that I love about being around artists, because they are
It's a hard thing to unlearn as an
infectious.
adult.
Totally.
Wow. Yeah.
And like coming in to see your art classes was wild for me, because as an artist, like Ronan and I actually met doing a musical together. So like theater, music, dance, singing, we're all over that.
Oh, I love this.
That's yeah,
the performing arts.
totally.
Yeah. Which hence the podcast too, I guess, right? Yeah.
Yes. And I like grew up, I started with violin and then moved to piano, and then high school band, then started.
By the way, when I just a little while ago, I accidentally sneaky filmed you.
Oh.
Without your permission.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So it's always been steeped. My mom was a music teacher. Like I've always kind of been steeped in it. My parents would do more visual arts. They would like paint, but that was never, visual arts was always the area I struggled. I wanted something mathematical and specific, like knitting or cross stitching, like that I could do.
We talked about this too.
Yeah.
Like we like to be good at things we do.
Yes.
Like you and me. And
Yes.
yeah.
And
I'm the opposite with music. Like I wish I love music and I want to be good at music, but I'm not, but I do it anyway, like in secret.
But you're better than you think.
You have such confidence.
I do. Yeah, but just the difference in like how I remember feeling during art classes when I was growing up and walking here, and just like, I actually have a video of the first time I popped in to talk about the premiere and be like, we want to give back. Can we do like something with an art class? I have a video of my feet just recording the sound of what it was like to walk in the room here, because there is laughter and it's bubbly and everyone, like it just was what I would have wanted as an art class. And I watched you walk around and you gave suggestions and tips, but you built up every kid, and every kid built up every kid.
Oh, that's
like
so cool.
any kid.
What a beautiful thing to say.
Yeah, it just was remarkable. And I think because it's an area that I struggle with, and I'm like, that's not where my like strengths are as a visual artist, but I know that there's so much built into that is not necessarily just skill as an
love
artist.
it that that's what you saw, because like even like watching back the interviews, and then when I was watching them being filmed and stuff, like some of the kids, like I knew that they really struggled when they first started coming here about everything just being right.
Yeah.
And so I was like, it's not what it's about. Like it's about the process, right?
For sure.
Like it's about, and you know, that's things that I've had to learn throughout the years too. But like, yeah, that's so cool. And that registered, because when they were giving their advice too, I don't want to give too much away because I want everybody to watch it. But like it's just, I was like choked up and like I'm a rock.
No emotion ever.
Yeah.
Can never tell what you're thinking or feeling from your
My
face.
poker face. And you are an amazing piano teacher, so you teach kids also.
I do. I don't have a huge repertoire, but I do a little bit of piano teaching. I have done a little bit of vocals too. Those are probably my main
Do
ones.
it, sing.
Just watched Frozen, so everything is just like,
Oh,
let
yeah.
it go, let it go.
There it is.
Okay.
There it is.
Ring Around the Rosie is where it's at, but you just have to know
You
whether
know
it's
songs about like people dying.
yes,
Yeah,
I
for the
do.
war. Yeah.
Yes,
I think it was about the plague.
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why in many
Gotta
versions it's
love art.
ashes, ashes, we all fall down,
Yeah.
not hasha, hasha.
Yeah, so let's take something really happy and lovely
Yeah.
for children and just like darken it up and feed it to everybody.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
yeah.
We don't need to be afraid of the dark. We just
That's
need
what
to make
art
it
class is all about.
accessible.
We do actually have open art classes twice a week too, on Mondays and Thursdays at 3:30 to 5:30. So if anyone is wanting to, I don't know what to do with my hands. If anyone else is wanting to join, we're gonna switch over to our eye in the sky, if you will. Oh, it looks like you have a cute costume on. I guess we missed that opportunity.
Oh,
Hey, I
yeah, we
forgot it was
should've-
Halloween. Yeah.
We should have really done something for that.
Yeah. What are you?
Thanks, guys. I'm Sarah Sigurdsson.
What has the weather been doing like down there?
It's big, greenish blue with fluorescent dots. It leaves like this slime that kind of smells like cabbage, but like obviously in like a really good way. And the sound it makes, kind of like when your brakes are wet on your bike.
What's the artist scene like? Are there any like new artists you've discovered?
Small.
What are you going to use to protect yourself from that gang of artists?
A shield.
So how do you get from the art scene to where you live?
A boat, obviously.
How many raccoons have you seen today?
3.
If you could wear any article of clothing, where would you put it?
Earlobe.
What's your shoe size?
75.
What do people do for fun down there?
Hiking, biking, juicing, tanning, gymming, laundry.
Oh, what was that?
I was getting ready and I was still in my pajamas and I realized my dog got out, and so I was chasing after. I just took off because it's a big city now and he's very tiny. And so I chased after him, and I realized when I was 4 blocks from the house, I'm still in my socks, looking like a crazy person. And then I had to use this stranger as bait. I was like, hey lady, can I use you as bait? Because he loves attention. So it worked. I was like, thank you, strange lady, for being my bait to catch my tiny dog in the big city. And then I walked home in my socks.
Sounds like there's something in the background. Do you hear what it is?
Can you turn up your mic?
Have you seen any good shoes lately? Like when you're walking around? What's the coolest pair of shoes you've seen?
Just like large, white, flat, about 4 by 6 by 2.
So what is your next project that you are going to start painting?
People refer to the oxygen, heat, and flame as the fire triangle, and that creates a chemical reaction that without any of those things you wouldn't have a fire. So when people, the concept of like keeping the fire alive in a marriage or in a relationship, you would need oxygen, fire, and flame or ignition, ignite. So what if the oxygen is like growth and experiences, and the flame is the heat and the passion, and the ignition, the fight, like the spark, or like literally sparks, and you need all of those things.
And then what would you add to that if you could?
Abstract.
And then if you could sit one object on top of that, what would it be?
Concrete.
Where would you hang that painting?
You know that the phone booth out like kind of near Farwell Canyon.
How big would it be?
Grande.
And what colors would you use?
Magenta, mother of pearl, and burnt umber.
Tell us about the action of how you would get that paint on the canvas. How much is something like that worth on the art market?
3 installments of $9.99.
It's like, have you listened to any good music lately?
You know that song, Sweater Weather? Not that. More like elevator music that makes you want to fall in love with strangers. You know, like you're there and you're like, 4-2? Oh, what a Kalinsky dink.
What have you been reading lately?
A good church pamphlet.
How about them Blue Jays?
Oh my gosh, like, you know, I can't even put into words the feeling. All the ups and downs and things that everybody's been through and accomplishments and growth and how situations are handled, and just every day I wake up more and more proud.
What would you do to protect yourself against the Blue Jays?
Steel-toed boots.
What would you do to protect yourself against me?
A sword.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. That's enough. Thanks so much. Thank you to our eye in the sky. So as you probably guessed, there's been a lot of changes in ArtBeat. We do have a new friend that comes and teaches classes here. Her name is Lonnie, and she teaches sewing on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, and she's fantastic. So if you want to sign your child up for sewing, and she also teaches adult sewing lessons. Monday, November 16th from 6 to 8 p.m. she's doing snowman making project with a book and a little bit of sewing. It's very cool. So join up for that. Also, November 16th, the Station House Gallery is opening their Christmas market, and I'm gonna have some stuff in there this year for the first little bit.
That's exciting.
They always have like the most amazing like artisan stuff
Oh, they
too,
do.
which is like right before the medieval market, which is also coming up really soon. Obviously the most exciting thing has been like the episodes that we've been doing with Colors of the Cariboo, and we actually previously filmed an episode with a couple of our dear friends, and I just haven't like had the emotional capacity to edit yet, so that's coming up really soon as well, so stay tuned. I illustrated a book, and it's so beautiful. It is written by a therapist, and it's about grief and about like saving space for someone you grieve so that you look forward to it versus like dread this grief. And it's so beautiful, and I'm so proud of it, and I put like everything I had into this book, and this is officially coming out on November 20th, and I feel like I would like to have a party, so I'll stay tuned for that too.
Beautiful.
I'm so excited. BB Gabriel, she's from Calgary, and she's just like the most absolutely loveliest human. And then also I still have lots of children's books, which I'm going to bring to the Station Hills Gallery Market. So come get those. If you're wondering what I've been working on, let me tell you. For the past like 2 years, I have been painting the most underestimated project that I have ever done. So I'm painting a mural, but it's already painted, and I'm redoing it as to honor the like 3 people who I think have painted this mural before me, and update it because it's just getting chipped off. I think the last time it was done was like in the 80s or maybe in the early 90s. So, and it's like, I just vastly underestimated how hard it would be. And so, lessons learned. The people that I'm working for is the owners of Dog and Sons, and they've just been absolutely lovely and so patient, and so excited to have this done. Like, I feel like I need like 3 more days, and obviously like we're almost into November, so like we just have to like make sure that we really grab them. So yeah, it's almost done. So stay tuned for that reveal. And then next year we're going to be doing the Cariboo living,
Right.
you know, on the back of the CRD building in the library. So I'm next in the spring. I just haven't wanted to start any new projects until I finish the Dog and Sons one. But yeah, very challenging, and I'm very proud of myself because like there's so many little parts to it, and each little part is like its own huge thing. But yeah, I'm pretty happy and it looks really good. So yeah, so that's really fun. And yeah, doing classes, and it's Christmas season now, so I'm like almost fully booked up for Christmas parties. So if you have a party that you would like to book, I think I have like 3 more available days until like halfway through December available. So get on those. And they're all Fridays. I have like no Saturdays left. So yeah, so get on it. And anyway, that was a lot of information.
You made it. You made it.
Okay. So thank you so much to my dear friend Lucille for coming in.
Oh,
and thank you
for
so
having
much
me.
to Sarah for all your clever insight that you've had and for looking so good all the time. This has been Between Two Artists. Now beat it!